evidently. Guess I'm streaming. It's like the Truman Show or 15 Minutes of Fame or whatever, however you want to look at it. But um, maybe I could turn the rain background on. I have a playlist for that, right? It's pretty good, right? Gives me that right. Well, same thing with let's see, where's my restream board here? I should probably like I don't know. Not really sure. Looks like I'm online with everyone now. So, yeah. I could call this living room stream Bing Dreadlocks. Okay. And of course, it's not going to not going to update the current stream on YouTube, so I got to go edit that one. I'll do that. So we start with live studio, I guess. No, what's happened? Just yeah, here we go. There's live studio. Need to save that for some reason. Just that. I'll leave the DVR on, I guess, because that's what I've been doing. Go into the video and my title. I'm gonna leave my title just like it is. Update that, right? Here, it's this one. It's the 1.5. So I can change its title. This, right? I'll put this on Dreadlock and Stream of Consciousness because it's not necessarily going to be all about dreadlocks. It's just going to be kind of both. So I'll say that. Okay, let's see. Save that. I guess I can add some tags, I guess. Gotta make this bigger. I can't see very well. Let's see. I should probably include that. Um, got it right. Right. That's it then, basically. I think I've done it now. Um, hey, Cal, good morning. Um, I don't think I've seen you in a while. So, like, I was just sitting here. I slept really late today because I had a long shift at work. Um, and I don't know, I got up, sort of, it was already getting dark. Uh, I was kind of like doing dreadlocks a little bit. Like, I'm so close to finishing all of them. I just have a little bit. I just have a little teeny bit in the back that's left. That's left. So I was like hanging out here doing this, and then I said, well, maybe I should just turn the stream on. And because, you know, I haven't been streaming, I've been streaming pretty regularly lately, but I haven't been streaming that much in the last few days because of my work. I've been sleeping. I've been working like 15-hour shifts and then sleeping most of the time. Um, so I'm working on this one right back here. This is kind of like a fuzzy one. You know, you have these two little fuzz areas on either side of the back of your hairline, you know, kind of. So I thought, well, that would just make a really good one right there. So I kind of dreaded that out, and then I added some more hair to it. It's not done yet. It's sort of maybe, I don't know, I'm looking at the mirror here. It's sort of like half done. I could actually set my well, I don't really want to do that because then I can't see the chat. I don't want to make it too big, but I can kind of use the I can kind of use this as a mirror, you know. I think I can reverse it, can I? So that it'll actually I think I have to unlock it, right? Isn't that true? Or Um, I don't know, like if I unlock it, can I transform it? Or do I just have to, let me see. You know, I can still transform it, I guess, if it's locked. Or do I? Or can I? Flip horizontal. I can't do it. I can't do it when it's locked. I guess that's true. Here, let me see. Yeah, I can do it. Flip horizontal, right? That's it. Yeah. So, I got it all combed to one side. Sorry the light is kind of not so good in here. I thought I turned the lights back there off. That should actually help. But I guess I turned them on again. Anyway, I need to get more hair, so I'll be right back. I'm just gonna I'll turn those lights off. That looks better. Uh-oh, it's the mixer guys. Hello mixer people. Um, you never heard a word like this? Dreadlocks are sort of like tangled hair. Just Google it. You'll see. Jake Hudson, thanks for the host. I'm just, so I use like a hairpin to thread a upholstery needle. I don't know if this is like the normal way to do this type of thing, but, if you want to have, some length here, and, then got to, um, got to add some hair to it if you want it to be the length that you want it to be. Otherwise, you got to wait for it to grow, you know. So those are your choices. You can add artificial hair. You could also add real hair to it, but the problem with that is it's very, very, very expensive. So, whereas it would be good to use real hair to add to your hair, and it would be then you could dye it the same way or whatever you wanted to do. Sound like a hair babe now, but whatever. I'm just, it's just, it's just much cheaper to use this kind of hair if you're making your hair longer, and it actually is super easy to do, and it's super cheap. Like you get a huge hank of this hair, just like a huge amount of it, just costs a couple of dollars. So it really is very cheap and economical to do. And so it's pretty hard to, if you wanted to use real hair, it would be, it would cost thousands to do what I've even done so far. And I'm almost done. I'm almost done with it. I just have a little bit of hair in the back that's still not dreaded yet. So, But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of make this one, I'm just gonna add some bulk to it. And I'm sort of like going from the bottom up. I'm not going right through the middle. I'm sort of going through the side so that it doesn't get too tight. And this is like peeling back the curtain on the process of how my hair is done. Um, this is why it takes a long time though, because this is really a pretty slow process. And so what I'm going to do is just leave this in here while I'm hanging out talking to you about whatever you want to talk about, if you want to talk about anything. I don't know if you do, but if any of you are out there and want to talk about stuff, well, so there. I'm kind of like twisting it a little bit each time and then kind of just going on the edge as I sew through it. So I twist so it goes around the shaft a little bit, and I'm sure there are much faster ways of doing this, but I have never found a way that's as consistent as. Okay, so I'm using two colors of hair. I'm using kind of a very dark brown and then an almost blonde, so that I can create kind of an auburn color, which is closer to my original hair color that is in my profile pic that is like over 20. It's about 20 years old. My daughter took it a long time ago. My hair is not that color anymore. But it's and maybe if I keep streaming on this, I'll show you how I tighten them too. That's another thing. Although I can't do I don't have any means for doing close-ups right now. So, but just gonna keep going up, and when I get to the base, I'm gonna turn around and come back down. What I'm gonna do. Right. Not gonna over the base too much. Couple right at the hairline. That'll give it kind of a nice tapered shape too, where it won't be so thick at the end. So I don't know if this one will be done after this. I think it are, but just how I do this. I don't know if anyone does it this way. I really haven't ever checked. Like I don't think, to be honest, but if I do it this way, then it gives you a real even result. Guess I'm pretty happy with it. I'm surprised anyone's watching me or this is strange time. It's probably like too early for people to get up and wait for. not really sure who would be watching. Two night owls. Pull it up. This is going to get me down about almost to the end here, I guess I've thought about. I don't know, I thought about like if I want to weave this through like more, I could really cut it like here. So if I cut it at the end here, like here like this, leave it on the needle. Right. Now it's still, no, I cut it off completely anyway. So, I don't know, I didn't mean to do that, but I guess that's what I ended up. So that's how it's going. So, you know, when there's these little hairs that stick out, you can weave them back in. That's a thing you can do, or you can, I don't know where my little latch hook is. So there's like a little latch hook you use. This is a thing you use to make hook rugs, but it's also used to weave hair. And it's got a little latch on it, so you can push it through something and you can wrap something around. You can close this latch and then pull it through. And so if you want to fix these, like when they have some sticky outy bits of hair, you can kind of use this to pull it through. So you can kind of like go, okay, well, where is there some hair sticking out? Here's some, and you can kind of like stick this through the lock, and then you kind of like pull it through, and then just keep grabbing it along with whatever little sticky outy hairs are around there. You just keep pulling it through like that. You can make them tighter and, you know, get the floaty hairs to incorporate in instead of trimming them off. You know, you can that's your option as far as whether to cut them off or whatever. If you cut them off, usually they'll just keep fraying anyway, so a lot of times you can pull them through like this, and you can just keep going, and every time you go up a little further, you pull a little more of the, you know, gray fuzzy hair out, you know, into it, and then you can kind of keep pulling it in. And that gives you a nice tight lock after that. Or you can pull them out or cut it off too. You could do either. You could cut off the little sticky outy hair. But this also works pretty well. But it's also kind of time consuming too, so you have to weigh that in with all the possibilities, I guess. So I'm doing it this way though, just to kind of show you how it's done. Just pull it to the side and you take whatever sticks out, and then you put the hook through it, pull it through to the other side of the lock. Then whatever you have left, you just move up a little bit and you sit with whatever else is sticking out and kind of keep pulling it like that. And then when you when you finish that up, you have a really tight lock after that, because everything through and there aren't a lot of sticking out hairs. So, but this is something you'd normally do when you're finishing up, which I'm not really finished now. So this is really not the time to do this, but you can kind of see, let me see if I can do that without knocking over the, let's see. So kind of see, let me see, this is not an autofocus camera, but you know, you get a pretty tight lock and it doesn't have a lot of sticky outy stuff. And I mean, that's a thing to do. I'm probably not going to do that all the way up or all the way down or whatever. It's just kind of an example of what you could do. When you do that, you really don't see it, like from here to here, you really don't see any fuzzies. You know, the last fuzzy is really here where I stopped. And but I'd say this one is not done yet, though. It's still thin compared to the other ones. So I'm gonna get some more hair. I'm not gonna move my hair out into here. I'll just get a little more. You get better locks too if you if you don't use too much hair at once. So that's what I've learned anyway. So the less you use in the beginning, this is actually a little thicker than I normally would put in at this stage, but it's okay. Not too thick. What happened? That's so it. Got a little tangled. But okay, so we're going to start. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to start at the bottom. We'll start. We'll go up and then back again. This is a good long piece too. Did it on the length of this. Okay. Perfect. Bit of tangled stuff going on. That's always good. Gives it more personality. So see how that goes. Tangled in there. I'll have to, after this one, up again. I don't know, this is not really, this is not really, not the neatest one. It's a little bigger too than I, definitely after this, I think maybe we're gonna call it done. And, if I think it might be done after this. Still pretty thin though, feels still pretty thin. I don't know what happens here. I might not go all the way up top. It feels pretty thick down here. Feels thicker, a little thicker, but I don't know. Maybe it still needs a little thickening. But when I get into this kind of territory over here, it feels a little thicker already. But maybe this is a nice long one, so maybe I'll go up. Maybe I'll go all the way to the top and then back. Then I can. Then I can. What I have at the end. Yeah, that got some. Oh, I see. It's gonna end up being pretty thick then. Had some angles in. Yeah, the rest of it feels pretty even though. Feels alright. Feels alright. That through, and then I might go right down to the hairline. Hopefully I won't hook something that I'm not hook here. But I'll try. Go this way this time. Yeah, I'll just go through once. And if I keep going the same direction, I notice that it it basically crisscrosses then going up and down. If you keep turning it in the same way, when you come down, then it actually overlaps it going the other way. So you get a better, you also get a better distribution that way. Yeah, this feels like it's solidifying, coming together. So yeah, it is working. Yeah, this is good. This is together as well as I could be done after. I think this might be it. I think this could be it here. Then maybe I'll show you how I tighten. I do need to do some of that, so I could conceivably do that. you do a thing called flipping, but I've already done like pretty much all the flipping that I can do right now. And so, not sure I could show you that because, yeah, they're probably. Looks like I might get all the way to the end on this. Maybe not quite, but close. I don't think I'll get quite to the started at the end. Doesn't really matter. And then I could do the little, and then I could do the tightening thing on this one. Hooking. That's way to make it, makes it cleaner, makes it neater. You do. So since I'm going to do the hooking, I'm not going to bother weaving this through. I'm just going to cut it off and let it stick out because I can just basically I can just start on the bottom, weave my way up, or I could start at the top and down. Not sure which is better to do. Hard to say. Not as important at the top. So technically, let's start at the bottom. That makes sense. Start at the bottom and down and see what, pull it through. And when you pull it through, you just pulls through to the other side or to whatever, and you can kind of just pull the other hairs in with it, not along the way, and then you can just kind of keep going. I'm not pulling it straight across. I am angling it up in the direction that I'm going. So therefore, you kind of get a flatter, hair lace flatter then. You have to keep going like. I don't know. That kind of looks like it. Look, it looks like it's. I don't know. I have a feeling it's not done yet. I have a feeling it still needs. So if that's the case, maybe there's no point in doing this yet. Got some long, sticky outy hairs here that either I should pull them off or I should just use the needle to incorporate them in, because I think it'd be faster. This just like type of thing. Kind of makes this. And You can also just roll it into, you can kind of do this, and that kind of goes a long way to make, I don't know, start at the end like this, pull this all down, pull it in. Not sure what. So I'm just pulling these hairs in. It does give you a nice tight dreadlock if you pull in everything. Pull it in and just going up. Incorporate more outy hairs. Going up until it's all in. But it's not that important, you know. I mean, it's you can pull them out too. You can cut them off. Not hugely vital either way. I don't know. Let me see if I've got like big enough here. It's big enough. See, to me, it's still kind of thin. I feel like I should add more to it. The bottom is okay because it's got a little ball on it there. But I think in the middle, I need to fill it up. Something. Maybe, feels like a good diameter here. Honestly, it feels okay here. But so where it's attached up here, you know, I mean, you can kind of see it's sort of, it's pretty big around, but it might not be as big around as some of these, but it maybe just, yeah, it's about the same, but I could probably add to it. But this end here, like this last inch or so is just about perfect. So maybe I won't go all the way. It won't start all the way at the bottom. I'll just start like here about an inch from the bottom and sort of go up. And yeah, let's just do that. I've got a relatively small bit now, so I can make sure it doesn't get too unruly when I quit. So I'm going to go from the bottom up, but I'm not going to start from the very bottom. Start from about an inch from the bottom. So I'll go down a little ways, and that'll help fill it in. Far. It's like it's okay. I don't want to make. I don't know how far up I want to go. And then, or hello, test eagle on Mixer. So the hangout living room stream, I guess. I don't know. It's like 12, almost 1 in the morning for me. So it's gonna. So see, I'm just adding to this a little bit to make it thicker. If I just keep going, if I keep up, so I'm not going all the way to the bottom anymore because the bottom inch or two is thick enough. I think I'm mostly filling in the middle now. See, as I go up here, see, this is feeling thicker now. So I either want to go all the way to the top and then go down again because it's not quite thick enough all the way at the top. So if that's the case, I could do that. Or I could just turn around here and go back down. I think I'll turn around here and go back down. I really want to fill this inner area. This is why it's taken me so long to do this, though. There's really no, I mean, it really takes a couple of hours for do it right. So just using a little at a time. The less you use each time you go fill up a needle of it, the better it comes out, actually. So if you use too much hair at once, it doesn't come. And once again, you like to go to the side a little bit. Do that, then it's not so tight. But not quite as heavy. I'm using real frizzy Kanekalon, and that helps it be lighter, airier, not quite as. The old dreads I used straight hair a long time. They were awfully, not nearly as now as. Finally throw those away, I guess. Just gonna go down as far as I'm not sure how far down. I guess maybe down to about an inch from the bottom. I don't want that. I think it's just the perfect thickness. So there's no need to make it any thicker, but the rest of it, it's a little. more I can add to the middle part of it. Going a little bit at a time. This is going to be a real quality one. You can kind of cheat by making the shafts bigger. Start. You can always do that at first anyway. Switch to making it smaller as you start fitting up. That actually is similar result. So it's not really bad either way. Cut this. And I can finish it with the hook. Yes. I wish I could play my favorite music. Basically, you just get copyright. Just something wrong with it. Seems wrong. Not a. Yes, it could be potentially a stream where you put money on or whatever, but I'm not. This seems like. This is a fair use situation. With YouTube amateur video making, seems like if the copyright holder just use revenue sharing, like they would just give you 50 something like that they would make money off ads from videos. It's the hardly much as then the person would actually make. I think they wouldn't hate it as much. Because otherwise, it's kind of a minefield. In addition to all the other things you have to worry about, tech platform. Also, this copyright stuff can't seem to really do anything about. So. How you fit anyway. If you do this through the length of the entire lock, it will tighten it up a lot. But at the base and where it's not around your face, it doesn't matter as much. Like not as annoying. It can get in your eyes a little bit. So it's probably good to have it incorporated for close to your eyes. So let me see if I can find one that I can flip. I don't think there's any around here that are. I've already flipped or tightened all of them. I think this one here. So feels like I could flip this one. Not this one. This one here feels like. Let me see if it's got room. So basically, you just do it a different direction each time. Go, not this one. This one. This one. And this is the next one up from. Yeah. So this one here. If I just go in, I'm just going to go in through front. Bottom, wherever I don't feel like I'm gonna. Feels like I've got some room in there. So you just stick the hook through the dreadlock at the very base. and then you take the end and you hook it around the hook, close the latch, and you pull it through. Okay? When you pull it through, then you don't need the hook. Pull it all the way through. And then it flips around. And now it's essentially braiding, like if you've ever braided something from the bottom without detaching it, that's kind of what you're doing. And so now what you end up with is, instead of just the hair coming straight out, it's sort of braided or angled together. And so it feels tighter, and it catches, inadvertently, it catches smaller hairs around it that are coming in. Because, you know, hair is like that. Like, it falls out and then it grows back. And so you always have like hair follicles that are just starting out, and hair that grows out and falls out. And so now what you can do with something like this, after you've flipped it, then and if you have to flip it more than once, obviously you want to you want to go 90 degrees to it each time, or, you know, different directions, so that it's not the same direction each time. And that really does create basically like something like braid, but a little sloppier, or not as easy. Basically like a braid. So now if I wanna just sort of finish this one off, so the hair that's like short around it, you can wind it around, and the interesting thing about hair is eventually it catches on itself. So if you wind it around and get it tight, and then you rub it, it actually kind of will stay. And you know, you can kind of tell if it's going to have enough volume to be a proper dreadlock or not. And these ones that I have around the hairline this is kind of a borderline one. So the ones I have around the hairline here, right there, quite big enough. You know, they're big enough to stay in stable, but so like one like this, I'll just get a little hair. So I get a fairly thin piece. You can barely see it on camera. And so I could probably do more than one lock with what I have here. But I just pull it through, put it in the needle like this, and then you end up doing this usually by feel, but more than here's the one here. This is the one I used to do. So I'm gonna end up doing this by feel, but just sort of pull this through. Hold it. So, lost my way. Not doing this one. Sound. Yeah, it's this one. Not the one that's right. One that's right here. Not the one behind it. So neat. If I pull this through, want to pull it through, not too far, but I can sort of. There's going to be a lot of hair that sticks out from. You can kind of like when you get down to the scalp line, all the way at. So you give it in all the way at the bottom. So then it's right against your head. You can take this and twist it around like all the extra hair that at the end of the sewed and you can kind of sew over it. That helps hold it together and kind of go up a little and then down a little, kind of twist it in that way. If you weave this through just the right way and then kind of, you're basically sort of adding a little bit more volume, but for the ones that are close to the hairline where they show that you made it there, feels right. Oh. What I'm doing there is I'm sliding it down, wrapped it. That helps you get volume at the bottom where you. I don't know. I'm not really explaining this very well, honestly, but this is just how I'm doing. I'm not sure how much want to. That feels good. Feels good and separate. I feel like that one's probably done. Probably about as done as it needs to be. You can always finish them later, but I think basically just I can cut this one now. There. This piece is probably still long enough to use. Like I could use it on this one. This one. Well, maybe I ought to concentrate on the hairline one since I'm basically doing that. This one ear has been flipped enough, so this one I could probably pull down. Hang it. Get longer. Let's see, is this the one that I wanted? This is the weave hair. There's like free hair around the little ones. You kind of wind it around. Yeah, that's the best way to. After you sew it through a few times, it kind of stays, but slip. I don't think I'm gonna have much, as far as, I don't think I'm gonna need this here. We'll see. Let's see. I feel like this piece is good. So, about to pull it out. As long as it pull it through, however, but I don't think I have enough for this piece, right? Hope I do, but thought that take any straight. So over them, and then that pulls them in. It definitely gets, it's definitely getting there. It's probably not going to be saying. I think it's quite be. We'll see. I don't think honestly, it's not. I'm just going to cut it off. So short. Instead of trying to weave, it's gonna. And just by the feel of it, I mean, you can't really see that well, but it's not as thick at the bottom as it is here. so that means it needs a little more bulk. I just used a really thin piece on this other part because of the way I wove it in. This needs it. It's hard to see, but you know, there's certainly a kind of a thin spot there. It's braided. I mean, it's basically clipped. It's like a braid. I just like got I just got like this piece here. This is a pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good. It's not quite thick enough, but I could leave it here. I don't know. I just feel like I want something to drink though. Really, I do have some Pero here, but it's cold. Been sitting for a while. Ah. I feel like I gotta make this bigger, and then I'm probably gonna leave it here, because it's not the same diameter base as it should. So, although it's not bad, I could leave it. I could leave it like that, but I'm gonna fix it. To get a little, like the leftover hair that's sort of bottom of the barrel, kind of that too. Start with this bar. It's too. Starts out, you know, fiber. This is not nearly as strong as Bill Hughes. That's good to keep in mind too if you do sew it or stitch it into, it's like, you can pull it apart or break it, or you can just cut it, but it can be broken. Not strong like human hair is very strong. Yeah, see, once I get all this in there, it'll probably, or in any case, it'll be close to it, close enough to it that it won't. I'm just going to go up and using kind of an old piece of like fuzzy little ball of hair that when it gets too short to really be properly used, and just what you have left, you can pull little bits out of it. It won't be long, it won't be very long compared to how it is when it's fresh and new. Yeah, I guess that's about it. I don't really have er, yeah, that'll do. Okay, I can hear my computer fan on in the other. It's always good to have a little piece of foam. Put your needle threading hairpin and your needle in so that you don't lose it. This makes it much bigger to identify, and if you always remember, put them back in, and you. So this actually feels a pretty good diamond. Not quite there, but it's good. I could always add to it if I wanted to. It'll get bigger, but I'm not gonna go crazy with it. I really should keep going up the way here. It's starting to get an attack of the lazies. I feel like doing this, but this is like the part that I really need doing. Really, the important part is the line. Everything else you kind of up if it doesn't. As long as the front part can wait a little bit on the back stuff, and the more lower down it is on your scalp, the more like this is one. There's a lot like of extra hair incorporated. A lot of fuzziness to it. It gets fuzzy, you pull it in, wind it around really tight, kind of like twist it or rub it. It'll, even without using sticky stuff, any kind of gel or product, it will just stick. Wow, it'll stay. The thicker it is, the more it will stay. So the dreads I have in the back, I really don't need to add a lot of extra hair to, or any. Most of the ones in the back here, I don't have anything, because they're big enough. They just truly. So all I ever do, if they grow out a little, I flip them. If I flip them, then they'll. So I won't have. All these ones down back here, they're really thick, and you don't need a whole lot of maintenance or anything. It's kind of, you flip them, it shortens them a little, and it incorporates the hair, helps the hair. You could also crochet hook it. I've never done that really. I know that makes it look neater ultimately. Me, I don't feel like it's necessary. All these big ones back here, they're really they're big enough where they, even this new one that I just did, feels like it's big enough where at itself feels like it might very well be. I'm feeling even probably out. I want. Now I have like a whole side here that I haven't done that to this side yet. So what you see over here, so like there's one, it's all the fuzzy hair on the side, kind of, and if I do the same thing over here, and that'll take care of that fuzzy zone. And after that, yeah, I mean, I could do a lot of these, like this one I just did, next one, and then like 1, 2, 3, 4 along the hairline, 5 maybe, but I'll get to them, you know. I feel like I'm not gonna do all today. If I do any, I'll, like this I did this one I could back one. I could do all these. They don't take that long because you just add a little bit of hair to it. You try to bind up the, helps to bind. So feels okay, you know. Flipping it shortens it. Makes it where it doesn't grow out so fast. It's actually good. But in any case, when you have contraction of the hair, threads grow really slow. The thinner they are, the thinner the hair shaft is, but the thicker you contract them. They're contracted enough, then they'll be thick enough, and they'll be close enough together, but they won't grow very fast. Not growing straight out; they're growing in all different directions. So that's kind of what I guess. I'm not sure if I'm not sure how well I'm easy to hear. I'm far away from the mic over, but it's probably cutting out a little because I have a noise gate on it, which I probably don't need as much at this time of night. But yeah, this one's done. I could do this one, I guess. This is probably feels like I've got hair I can incorporate in. That always makes them neater when you bind them in like that. So Nods are cord. You just appeared out of nowhere with a link. What's the link? Let's see what it is. Yes, I want to use. Let's see what this is. I've been rickrolled. Let's read the description here. So nobody memorizes the link. Hmm. What is it, a different link each time? That's interesting, huh? Yeah. I've been rickrolled again. Is this a rickroll? No, it is. It's a guy using underwear. It really is a guy using underwear as a face mask. That's pretty funny. Made with Kinemaster. Okay, there you go. Not a rickroll. I'm guessing it probably is, but what is it? Oh, it's wide Putin. But he's always in frame. It's wide Putin. Look at that. I'm not showing this, of course. Guess I could be showing it. Yes. See? Work. Guess it did. I guess it did work. Look at that. Chroma cam strikes again. It works. I can untransform this, right? Oh, really? I see. Alright, well that's good. I don't really need the mirror effect, you know. I mean, I don't actually look in the mirror when I do stuff like this. I actually usually, I usually do, um, I usually do this by feel. So, just get to where you can see with your fingers. Sense. So, just messing around for sure on D-Live. I don't get a lot of people on D-Live, but I do get some sometimes. It goes in waves. Most of the trolls come from Mixer, but I don't know. it's in the middle of the night. I decided to do a nothing stream, and then I was working on my hair a little bit because it's not, it needs maintenance and it's not quite done. There's a little bit in the back that's not done yet. It's just a little bit. And I did one of those. I did this one right here, and um, and so there's probably like a little bit in the front that I need to, kind of tighten. Uh, I've twisted them, or actually, I don't twist. I flip. I use the hook and flip them around inside themselves. That's the best way. Uh, and you can add a little bit more hair to it. Makes the it takes like the short floaty hairs and kind of incorporates them so that it's strong. Shortens it a little. This one here feels like you might as well. Everybody's doing it, man. Um, I guess I don't know. I'm getting an attack of the lazies. I'm doing this for a few hours now. And, nobody really wants to talk. It's too late, I think. And I got rickrolled a couple times, but no, I would never do tattoos. I don't like them really. So, I mean, it's fine for people if they want to do it, but it's not. It's not for me. So, no, I was thinking about doing this one, and I should probably like do all of the. You should be on Mixer. This is basically the kind of stuff that people on Mixer say. So, and I was wondering about that. Like, why is that? Why are all the trolls on Mixer? And or like why not even the trolls, but just people that poke at you? Like, why do they um uh like why is it on Mixer? But I think it's because it's like basically Mixer is it's like an Xbox account. So um but um but but people I think that they're younger on Mixer because they're more likely to. I mean, I don't know. Like someone of any age is likely to have an Xbox. I'm actually don't know. Um, yeah, you kind of have to use. What I'm doing is I'm using a restreaming service and going over. So I'm going over like DLive, Mixer, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube all at the same time. And um, And I don't know, this is just sort of what I've been doing. I've been doing these kind of casual streams because you know, I used to game a lot on stream, but now since the quarantine, I've just been doing like I take the laptop out in the backyard and I talk about whatever people want to talk about. And um, um, tonight I was like kind of working on my hair and I said, well, maybe I should just turn the stream on while I'm doing that by the feel of it. I could do it. There's a guy from Mixer. Wrights, I think I've spoken to you before. But uh not positive. I don't know. I feel like I should continue on until, you know, like it's more of it's is done. It feels like I can see because I can get the little hairs around there and I can kind of like if you can kind of feel them bind up if you go like this. uh so what part agent, what part of the country are you in? But anyway, you can feel the small hairs that kind of come up, and you can kind of wind them around, and then if you go like that, they'll kind of stick. Kind of feel them. They'll bind up and they'll stay bound. They'll stay. I'm not sure how to describe it. Thanks for not shadow banning you. I don't shadow ban anyone. I don't ban anyone actually. Um, I very seldom don't I don't really mute people or whatever because um you're in Ohio, but you've been all over the globe. But Ohio, huh? Okay. I'm in the sleepy little town of Sedona, Arizona. Yeah, I never ban anyone because the chat gets crazy and it just gets lively. I don't really care what people say. Um, and I've been streaming for a long time, so nothing shocks me at this point. I've been streaming for several years. And I used to stream almost every day. Now I do most of the times. I've been kind of more consistent again, but hang on, I gotta get some more hair for this. I'm gonna kind of like bind this bit up. Just easy. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is probably maybe too thick a piece. I don't know. Let's see. But I use two different colors. I use kind of a dark brown and kind of almost blondish color, and I kind of make auburn out of it. It's very close to my original hair color. So let's see, where am I going here? This one. So you have a cousin that's a warden in the Florence prison. That's in Arizona. That's in southern Arizona. Yeah, so it is. Well, that's nice. So, and I don't know if this is the right way to do this. I just like doing it this way because I get a precise, good result out of it. Uh, there. Get it close to the, get it right in at the hairline, then you can take that and put it around. And then you kind of sew over it, and that kind of like binds the whole thing together. This is a good way to, I get like a real thin piece, and this is way too long. This is your first evening on D Live. Um, I can't imagine, I mean, this is like, I don't know why anyone ever watches me, but, because especially lately, I'm just doing random stuff like this. I'm usually not, I mean, I talk, but I'm usually not doing anything that interesting. But, um, are you using a phone to watch, or are you on a computer? Yeah. So, want to go. You're on a PC. I try to. This is not a very good webcam on this. This is a really good laptop, but the webcam in it's not that great. It's only 720p laptop, and it doesn't have autofocus. It doesn't have focus at all. So, um, my gaming rig in the other room has better cameras, but I didn't feel like sitting in there, so I thought I would. I can do I can do this out here and hang out in the living room, or I can use a um I can use a great I mean I can use a virtual scene too, like that. Chroma cam is like a way to do green screen without a green screen. It kind of works. It's not the best, you know. Not it's not the best. In it, you have to have better lighting. I don't have really good light in here right now. I have most of the lights turned off, so you see that. But um, every so often you got to do some tightening, and you twist or flip them. That's actually enough for the bigger ones. Ones that are smaller in the front, they usually require a little attention. So if you There's probably faster ways to do this than how I do it, but I just keep going around like this until I feel like it's thick enough. Thank you. So, nice to talk to you too, all the way in Ohio. I don't usually have people on D Live watching me. I mean, some people do, but they just usually pop in for a few moments and then on again. Um, but I don't know, like a bunch of people did follow me on D Live. I don't know exactly why or how or whatever. I don't spend that much time on it. I mean, I don't like. I used to be on just exclusively on Twitch, and then I started simul stream because it's easier in some way. Um, I guess I'm done there. Yes, I guess done because I don't think I bigger. I don't know. Let me feel it. Feels fine. I don't think I need to add. Go. Well, we'll see you later. Thank you for dropping by. Why I got these. I could do one here or one here. Let's see what everything at the airline. This one and this one. I don't know. Maybe I've done this enough tonight. All right. That. Maybe that's good enough for now. I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. I got a halfway decent microphone here. This is a 15 mic. I don't remember which model number it is, but it's pretty good actually. So, uh, yeah. Yeah, I feel like I gotta put one here, and then I'll have a little fuzz one down here, like I did on the other side, and then I'll be much closer to done. I don't have just a little bit back here, just a little bit back here that's not quite done. It needs doing, but it's not. Yeah, that's the story. So, yeah. That's interesting. I don't know. Ten-second delay on uh on YouTube. You know, I don't know, like the service that has the least delay is Mixer. So if I look on let me see here. Doesn't that get me my channel? Mixer.com/curvycom. Yeah, okay. Here it is. But it's almost no delay at all. It's like barely a second. So like if I go to browser view, look at that. Look how fast that propagates. That's amazing. So, you know, if I switch to something, if I switch to my own stream, look how fast that propagates. That's less than a second. And I don't know how they can be so fast and so instantaneous. Basically, it's not quite real time, but it's pretty close. Amazing how quickly that propagates. You know, if I do that with YouTube, watch what happens. Bring up my own stream on YouTube and watch how long it takes to propagate. You'll see it's about 10 seconds. And they have a low latency setting on YouTube. And if I try like Twitch, see what it looks like there. Watching my own stream. Here it comes. Yeah, see, that's taken a while for each one. Propagate. That's got to be 10 seconds. Let's try DLive. Okay. Okay, let's try D Live. Same thing, right? I think I'll be on my channel, won't I? See how it propagates. Yeah, there we go. It's not quite as, yeah, it's pretty, like 10 seconds also. I don't know, what about Facebook? I'm not sure how that even works. I never go on there. See what happens. I'm not even sure how this works. Like, don't I have to, how do I even find the current? Oh, here, there's the current stream, right? If I click on it, what? Click to expand. Don't I have to, how do I even find the current? Oh, here, there's the current stream, right? If I click on it, what? Click to expand. Don't I have to, yeah? How do I even find the... Oh yeah, it takes a while. Oh, here, there's the current stream, right? If I click on it, what? Click to expand. Don't I have to, yeah? How do I even find the... Oh yeah, it takes a while. Oh, here, there's the current stream, right? If I click on it, what? Click. It still has the old title too. So when you change the title on Facebook, it doesn't change in real life. Whereas I think on the streaming services like Twitch and certain stuff, it changes. Okay. I'm not really sure. It still has the old title too. So when you change the title on Facebook, it doesn't change in real life. Whereas I think on the... There you go. So I have to go to a blank screen for a moment before I switch back to the regular webcam view because I let go of my cam. That's really meant to be like a bigger view. So I guess I would normally bend that down a little more if I was doing that. I don't know. There's no focusing this really. It's kind of are stuck with what you're stuck. Going to do a composite. Doesn't really, especially in this lighting, in these lighting conditions, doesn't do very well. Seems a little confused. Maybe if I get in the foreground more, then it maybe will be smarter. I don't know. I'm not sure what the criterion are for this. Seems to do better in brighter light. Uh, so I think that's part of the issue. I could turn the sub count off actually. Reason for we were kind of playing the hot pepper game at some point. Although, more people did sub than yeah, I guess I got some soup to put away. I should probably do that before I forget. Oh, yeah. What do I have here? I have some peanut butter cups by Atkins. We'll try those. I seem to remember them being pretty good. I was having sort of a craving. Looks like a Reese's, sort of. Mmm. This one here is mostly chocolate. Pretty good though. I'll have another one. What just happened? No. Must have clicked on something. I'm glad they have a warning. A warning, yeah. Hmm. Amazing what they can do with these substances here. Sugar, alcohol. Hi. I'm amazed how little delay there is on Mixer. There's maybe half a second, definitely not a full second. It's pretty amazing. Especially considering I use Restream. Yeah, I have a Galaxy 9 Plus. Am I gonna have another one? Do I want to save a couple for later? I think I will save a couple. These really are good. Hmm. 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 I don't know. I don't know what that means. Um, I have the. I forgot I left the ocean sound on. I guess that doesn't need to be on, really, for any reason. So, there's some little sounds in this, the, the live recording of the ocean. Hear some people in the distance. Something. I don't know, I used to use pretzel rocks too to play music, but it's not a guarantee like that you're not gonna that you're gonna get copy claimed anyway. I mean, it's wrong. It makes no sense because all their music is copyright free and they own all the rights to it and they don't strike you. But um, if anyone uses their music in another stream and then they put it into the copyright system of say Facebook or whatever, then you end up getting claimed anyway. So it's kind of interesting. But um, basically, I think I'm only going to play music that's original. So, and I won't get claimed. And then even then you might get claimed because you might get a false claim. But at least then you have legal footing to say no, it's my own main thing. Do I have earphones? I'm wearing earphones, but not for any particular reason. I'm not really listening to anything except for listening to the sound of the ocean is also coming over the stream. So what part of the world are you from? You don't sound like a you don't sound like a native speaker of English. I'm guessing. Australia? Well, they speak English in Australia. I am having trouble understanding what you mean. It's not okay. Yeah. I don't know. What are you using to translate into English? It's it's probably not working. I don't know. Not working very well. Um, yeah. Not okay to go to school today. I see. Okay. Are you on your Xbox? Are you watching through Xbox or on a other? Okay. I guess. Oh, I probably wasn't Z list. Yeah. It says Z list YouTuber. It's a Rusty Cage merch. I am supposed to be like that. There. Chromacam's not working very well in this lighting condition. Stop, go back to what? To this? Or to this? This? Not sure what you mean. Are you good, man? Yo, how long have you had your... Well, I've done them I've done them a few times. Honestly, I cut them off once and then I did them again and then I cut them off again and I don't know. I just dreaded this. This took me about 4 months to do and it's not quite done yet either. So there's a little bit in the back. There's a little bit in the back that's not done yet. So, you know, like back here, right at the bottom, it's not quite all done. Most of it's done, but there's a little bit back here that's not done. I actually was doing one while I was on I did this one right here while I was on the stream. I don't know why, but I just, I figured I would just hang out, because obviously I'm not asleep, so it's 2:30 in the morning for me, and I kind of showed how you tighten them, and but it was not really a tutorial, you know. It was just a casual discussion because You know, you really can't see anything on this crummy webcam on this laptop. This is 720p webcam. It's not that good. So, just hanging out here in the living room, basically. Doing a stream for no reason. So, yeah, just... Like last night I flipped all my dreads, so that that helps them to tighten naturally. But I think I did them all. Feels like I did them all. It didn't take that long, honestly. But yeah, there's a little bit down here. Oh. Yeah, that's my site. I don't know, I'll probably keep this, you know, like I said, this is sort of a quarantine project I decided I would do. So my hair is kind of nappy anyway. So it kind of makes sense to do this to it. And yeah, if you go to, you know, Kirby.com, it's just I just use that as a launch page, really. It's not I haven't put anything there yet. It's a landing page, but I was going to put all my social media there, but I haven't bothered yet. I should at least make a list of how to, you know, how to catch me on social media or whatever, but I don't know. That was my plan with that site. Got time now, just do it now. But yeah, I haven't really, like, if you go to Kirby.com, that's why I'm called Kirby.com. It's because I didn't put much thought into what nickname I was going to use, but I happen to have that domain. And so, you know, basically, that's all there is there. It's just this. It's a WordPress site, really. Just not even properly hosted. It's just redirecting a full screen frame. But and I apologize for Chroma Cam not working, but it's just it's not the best. It's not the best. Doesn't like this black shirt, clearly. So, yeah. I was working on it. I spent, how long have I been streaming? I've been streaming almost 3 hours. Like 3 hours, 2.5. I don't know. I can't read that. It's tiny. Yeah, 2.5 hours. So, yeah. I mean, it's 2:38 where I'm living. I'm in a little town in Arizona. I worked a long shift at work, and I like worked a 15-hour shift, and then when I got home in the very early morning or the mid morning, I just went right to sleep, and so I woke up at like 6 or 7 at night. So that's kind of why I'm up now. But I thought I'd do a stream anyway. At least at least some folks showed up and talked to me, and a couple of regulars showed up even, and I got rickrolled a couple times, and so I don't know. It was good. It was fun. Um, I work for the local newspaper here, and I'm I do like prepare routes, but um there's a route that became available and we have nobody to fill it. It's a commercial route, like racks and stores and stuff. So I've like been filling it, and so after I get done with my work at night, I go right on that. So that's another 6 hours or so. So it ends up being a pretty long shift, but it's not every single day. It's just a couple of days a week, but it's um fun to stream. I think maybe I will go to sleep though. I think I could probably get back to sleep. So I will. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Nice talking to you. Super Lemon Haze and Charmed Bubble. And everyone who dropped by today. Agent 6 and Nodzerg Horde. Yeah, you have a good night too. We'll see you guys later. Test pattern. That's my hair when it's not dreaded. So, it's kind of an old picture. My daughter took that. Anyway, goodbye everyone.